I'm telling you, if you're planning to rent an apartment for the first time and you decide to live with a roommate, don't. Hey guys, I'm making dinner right now. So for the dinner, I decided to cook the artichokes. I have never tried this before, so I want to try it. But why I decided to record this video on the kitchen counter is actually because I just came up with these ideas 5 minutes ago. When I was driving back to home, I just suddenly thought of all the roommates I have in my entire life, and it really made me want to crash my car into a tree and just disappear. I kind of have to get my anger out as soon as possible. I might look very peaceful right now, but I'm not always so peaceful as it seems. So for this video, let's talk about why getting a roommate will be the worst decision for 90% of the population, which is everyone that's watching this video.
Yeah, get into it!
I am an expert of having a roommate. In my entire life, I have had more than 30 roommates. So in terms of number, no one can beat me up. And only 3 out of these 30 roommates are what I consider as good roommates. And I assume most of y'all don't really have that much roommate experience. Like the only roommate you probably have is the one roommate you have in your college freshman year. I'm going to tell you all about my traumatizing experience. So to be precise, this is my first year, not even the full year, of living alone on my own. I just decided that this is the lifestyle I want to pursue. This is the lifestyle I want to maintain when I turn 40 years old. It was amazing living by yourself. It was the best experience. So before you try to silence my voice, just to remember, this is a channel for all the introverts, and you're probably the type of roommate I want to avoid if you disagree with most of my opinions. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get one thing straight. Gen Z has the worst sleeping schedule. They have the extreme unhealthy sleeping schedule. I know most of y'all clicking this video are probably Gen Z because this is what YouTube data show me. Because most of the millennials are either live in their mama's basement or they have a family with 3 kids. It is very rare to see people who have a very fixed sleeping schedule who always go to bed before 11 p.m. So let's start from high school. I actually have my first roommate when I'm back in middle school. In China, I was grew up in China, if you don't know. In China, it's really common for students in the middle school to live in a dorm. But right now, we are talking about my high school roommate experience. So there is a roommate, let's call him Harry Style. And there's another roommate, let's call him Drake. So basically, Harry Style loves to stay up late and study until midnight, which is about around 12 to even 1 a.m. There's nothing wrong with that. I respect guys who love to study. But one thing about him, he talks very loud. This is the normal speaking voice, which is around 60 decibels. And his talking voice is about 80 decibels.
Deliver! Deliver! Deliver!
The moment when I was almost asleep is around 12 to 1 a.m. So when he get back into the dorm, around 12 a.m. he would say something like, "Oh my god, why are you guys sleeping so early? It's only 12 a.m. 天哪，你们怎么睡这么早啊？你们这群垃圾。Then he would chat with every guy for 30 minutes. Drake is his best chatting buddy. One thing about Drake, he just loves to share all his life details, including his sexual life with his girlfriend. So just by listening to their conversation at 3 a.m., I have grasped the basic of how to French kiss and how to do 69 with a female. And just to let you know, I did try something to stop them. I did try to communicate with them. I did try to apply the school to assign me into another dorm and didn't work out because it was not a valid reason. I don't know why having a loud roommate is not a valid reason. Is that not valid enough and it ruined my life quality? Like, why are you not allowing me to switch to another room? Like, that's not fair. Basically, how I survived through my high school is either earplugs or blasting my music to the... Focus on me, bitch. And blasting my music to the maximum volume. I probably lost some hearing ability due to that. Why this problem didn't get resolved because no one in my room has an issue with it. This is what it calls conformity. I have a conversation with other roommates and they also mentioned that the Harry style was very loud and they are annoyed by it, but no one speaks up. This is why I don't trust people. And one thing bad about Chinese school is you have very limited freedom. You are basically not allowed to choose your own roommate. You cannot switch to another room. Actually, you can. It's just very hard. Being dissatisfied with your own roommate is not a valid reason. I don't know why. And well, if you're wondering, did my experience get better? I'm telling you, No. Here's a video. I actually have talked about my first apartment roommate experience in this video. And from the title, you can see it's not going well. And by the way, the whole idea of me wanting to create videos and become a content creator is because of my roommate. Most of y'all want to be a content creator because you probably watch Emma Chamberlain since you were age 13. But I was like, what is the best way to dump all my negativity, anger, and all of my traumatizing experiences without ruining my relationship with other people? And that's the internet. And the fact this video is my first YouTube video, and I started a TikTok account and a YouTube account because of my roommate explained this video title very well. So for my apartment roommate, one of my apartment roommate has a dog. Let's call that roommate Charlie Puth. By the way, I have nothing against Charlie Puth and Harry Styles. If you are a fan and you are offended by me, I'm so sorry, but I do have something against Drake. He makes trash music. And before I moved to this apartment, no one has ever told me there's a dog. Not Charlie Puth himself, no other roommates. The apartment also didn't send me an email about my roommate has a dog. When I get there for the first time, I was a little surprised, but I accepted the fact that there's a dog because firstly, I love dogs. I actually have a poodle. Here's a picture of my dog. And I told myself, a dog person is usually a nice person. That is such a bad mindset. Actually, a lot of dog owners are assholes. So the first time I see Charlie Puth, he seems very outgoing, very nice, and very extroverted. So I told myself, maybe we can get along quite well.
You're nothing but a trashy hoe.
You know what? Instead of telling the story in a chronological order, I'm going to list everything he did. My rage is getting on my head. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so fucking mad. It's very common for people to hate doing their dishes, but you can just pile a month worth of dishes on the sink. That's fucking terrifying. Can you imagine for the first month in this apartment, I had to wear a mask whenever I get out of my room because the kitchen and the living room just smell so bad because of the unwashed dishes. Like bro, we literally have a dishwasher, just put it in dishwasher. Don't tell me how you don't fucking know how to use the dishwasher. Also, the Charlie Puth, every time he cook a meal, he use 10 plates and 20 cooking utensils. I don't know what the fuck are you making. You are not making a feast for 5 people. You are literally just cooking for yourself. I don't know what he's cooking. Anyway, every time he cook, he triggered fire alarm. So there's that. Secondly, just because we are roommates doesn't mean I'm obligated to help you in everything. I understand a lot of people want to find a roommate because they want help from other people. But usually the case is, when you're having a heart attack at home, your roommate is probably at a third party, so eventually you still have to call the ambulance yourself. 99% of the time, your roommate won't really help you that much. Funny thing is, this roommate become mad at me because I didn't pick up his package. So for some apartment, you pick up the package for either a mailbox or either a counter.
If I put you on a guts, put you in some water, now you gonna float. Your breath smell like a cow, boom bow. Let's have a chat. I don't do that. Ratted to be rats. Food door dash. Now I'm Jamaican. COVID put your mask near.
It's just such minor issue. He make a really big deal out of it. But he almost even punched me, and he's threatened me, say if I encounter any issue in the future, he won't be helping me. The Charlie Puth won't be helping me. Now this is such a stupid issue. Your package is so big. You got some anger issues. You got some mental illness. Go see a fucking therapist.
A lot of you have mental illness.
By the way, I don't need your help. I got my life together. I literally know how to do most stuff by myself, and I know how to cook, how to clean, how to do everything. So I really don't need much help. Third of all, lastly, I got so angry. I don't even want to talk about this part. If you want to see more details, actually go watch this video. But yeah, I'm still going to talk about a little bit of what he did. Basically, he's a dog abuser, and his dog is probably an Australian Shepherd. So for an Australian Shepherd, he keeps his dog in a very tiny cage, in a very small space. And the worst part is, he doesn't walk his dog. Like that type of dog should be walked at least twice a day. He probably walks his dog for once a week. Like I never see him take his dog out. His dog is basically have to poop and have to pee on the living room carpet. Yes, it's carpet. He didn't even set up a bathroom for the dog. And that's why the living room fucking stinks, bro. I'm not obligated to help him and his dog, but I did try to bring his dog out. And I just figured out the dog never knows how to poop in the public. He didn't even know how to use the restroom. Like that's an Australian Shepherd. It's probably one of the smartest dogs. And the dog owner never trained his dog. And also, the dog's cage is in the living room. Yeah, he keep his dog in the cage at night. I don't know why he did that, but his room is upstairs and my room was near the living room. Every time at night, I will hear the dog growl. And I know this dog has a mental issue, has a mental illness, because the German Shepherd will get mental illness if he was locked in a cage for so many times. And I did try to call the police. The police didn't really help that much, so you can watch this video for more detail. But anyway, what's even got me more mad is the fact 2 months later, he got a new kitten and he got a pet bird. Like, don't fucking get a pet if you're not the responsible owner. Bro, I got so fucking mad. I'm gonna continue chopping my artichokes. I cook the artichokes and I dip it in the mayonnaise. And let's try it. It's not bad. No matter how nice a person may seem in the outside or how well you thought you know about them, the roommate could be a friend, could be a stranger. Anyway, it doesn't matter. My advice is live by yourself. Unless you really want to see the diversity of people. And to be honest, a lot of people have their own issue. A lot of people in this society has their mental illness. So unless you want to see the dark side of different people, live by yourself, please. The experience I have with my last roommate took 5 years of my life. So yeah. Oh, by the way, talking about the police, the one thing I don't like about the police is sometimes they can really be useless. With all the situation I told to them on their phone, and when they got into the room, all they did was like asking about my roommates, did everything happen, is it true or not. They didn't even investigate if my roommates abused his dog or not. So the dog didn't got taken away. The dog is still living with my roommates. So that's unfortunate. He really shouldn't be having a dog. So basically, after having all of these roommates, I basically lost hope in humanity. And that's why I made this video. The video is over. You can click off and hope you have a great day. And hope you enjoy living alone very soon. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.